Great vision, greater action, by youths, for youths, building our nation. Coming to you live, bringing you facts. Youths on the movement, call it Big CHATZ. Great vision, greater action, by youths, for youths, building our nation. Coming to you live, bringing you facts. Youths on the movement, call it Big CHATZ. That's right, we back on the movement. Fresh new season, fresh new blueprint. Talking about issues facing our youth, inspiring the nation, delivering truth on violence, poverty, sexual health, and a lot more topics that are so heartfelt. Misinformation causing distress, got youths crying out, we need some help. So we reach out with a brand new vibe, keep you entertained while giving you stats. Bring it back, bring it back, bring it back. Big CHATZ. Great vision, greater action, by youths, for youths, building our nation. Coming to you live, bringing you facts. Youths on the movement, call it Big CHATZ. Great vision, greater action, by youths, for youths, building our nation. Coming to you live, bringing you facts. Youths on the movement, call it Big CHATZ. Big CHATZ. Great vision, greater action, by youths, for youths, building our nation. Coming to you live, bringing you facts. Youths on the movement, call it Big CHATZ. Great vision, greater action, by youths, for youths, building our nation. Coming to you live, bringing you facts. Youths on the movement, call it Big CHATZ. That's right, we back on the movement. Fresh new season, fresh new blueprint. Talking about issues facing our youth, inspiring the nation, delivering truth on violence, poverty, sexual health, and a lot more topics that are so heartfelt. Misinformation causing distress, got youths crying out, we need some help. So we reach out with a brand new vibe, keep you entertained while giving you stats. Bring it back, bring it back, bring it back. Big CHATZ. Great vision, greater action, by youths, for youths, building our nation. Coming to you live, bringing you facts. Youths on the movement, call it Big CHATZ. Great vision, greater action, by youths, for youths, building our nation. Coming to you live, bringing you facts. Youths on the movement, call it Big CHATZ. Big CHATZ. Great vision, greater action, by youths, for youths, building our nation. Coming to you live, bringing you facts. Youths on the movement, call it Big CHATZ. Great vision, greater action, by youths, for youths, building our nation. Coming to you live, bringing you facts. Youths on the movement, call it Big CHATZ. That's right, we back on the movement. Fresh new season, fresh new blueprint. Talking about issues facing our youth, inspiring the nation, delivering truth on violence, poverty, sexual health, and a lot more topics that are so heartfelt. Misinformation causing distress, got youths crying out, we need some help. So we reach out with a brand new vibe, keep you entertained while giving you stats. Bring it back, bring it back, bring it back. Big CHATZ. Great vision, greater action, by youths, for youths, building our nation. Coming to you live, bringing you facts. Youths on the movement, call it Big CHATZ. Great vision, greater action, by youths, for youths, building our nation. Coming to you live, bringing you facts. Youths on the movement, call it Big CHATZ. Big CHATZ. Great vision, greater action, by youths, for youths, building our nation. Coming to you live, bringing you facts. Youths on the movement, call it Big CHATZ. Great vision, greater action, by youths, for youths, building our nation. Coming to you live, bringing you facts. Youths on the movement, call it Big CHATZ. That's right, we back on the movement. Fresh new season, fresh new blueprint. Talking about issues facing our youth, inspiring the nation, delivering truth on violence, poverty, sexual health, and a lot more topics that are so heartfelt. Misinformation causing distress, got youths crying out, we need some help. So we reach out with a brand new vibe, keep you entertained while giving you stats. Bring it back, bring it back, bring it back. Big CHATZ. Great vision, greater action, by youths, for youths, building our nation. Coming to you live, bringing you facts. Youths on the movement, call it Big CHATZ. Great vision, greater action, by youths, for youths, building our nation. Coming to you live, bringing you facts. Youths on the movement, call it Big CHATZ. Big CHATZ. Great vision, greater action, by youths, for youths, building our nation. Coming to you live, bringing you facts. Youths on the movement, call it Big CHATZ. Great vision, greater action, by youths, for youths, building our nation. Coming to you live, bringing you facts. Youths on the movement, call it Big CHATZ. That's right, we back on the movement. Fresh new season, fresh new blueprint. Talking about issues facing our youth, inspiring the nation, delivering truth on violence, poverty, sexual health, and a lot more topics that are so heartfelt. Misinformation causing distress, got youths crying out, we need some help. So we reach out with a brand new vibe, keep you entertained while giving you stats. Bring it back, bring it back, bring it back. Big CHATZ. action. By youths, for youths, building our nation. Coming to you live, bringing you facts. Youths on the movement, call it Big CHATZ. Great vision, greater action. By youths, for youths, building our nation. Coming to you live, bringing you facts. Youths on the movement, call it Big CHATZ. Big CHATZ. Great vision, greater action. By youths, for youths, building our nation. Coming to you live, bringing you facts. Youths on the movement, call it Big CHATZ. Great vision, greater action. By youths, for youths, building our nation. Coming to you live, bringing you facts. Youths on the movement, call it Big CHATZ. That's right, we back on the movement. Fresh new season, fresh new blueprint. Talking about issues facing our youths, inspiring the nation, delivering truth on violence, poverty, sexual health, and a lot more topics that are so heartfelt. Misinformation causing distress, got youths crying out, we need some help. So we reach out with a brand new vibe. Keep you entertained while giving you stats. Bring it back, bring it back, bring it back. Big CHATZ. Great vision, greater action. By youths, for youths, building our nation. Coming to you live, bringing you facts. Youths on the movement, call it Big CHATZ. Great vision, greater action. By youths, for youths, building our nation. Coming to you live, bringing you facts. Youths on the movement, call it Big CHATZ. Big CHATZ. Great vision, greater action. By youths, for youths, building our nation. Coming to you live, bringing you facts. Youths on the movement, call it Big CHATZ. Great vision, greater action. By youths, for youths, building our nation. Coming to you live, bringing you facts. Youths on the movement, call it Big CHATZ. That's right, we back on the movement. Great vision, greater action. By youths, for youths, building our nation. Coming to you live, bringing you facts. Youths on the movement, call it Big CHATZ. Great vision, greater action. By youths, for youths, building our nation. Coming to you live, bringing you facts. Youths on the movement, call it Big CHATZ. That's right, we back on the movement. Fresh new season, fresh new blueprint. Talking about issues facing our youths, inspiring the nation, delivering truth on violence, poverty, sexual health.
Good morning and welcome to another episode of Big CHATZ, where we discuss sexual and reproductive health issues in the realm of youth and anybody under the age of 29. My name is Dominique Morales.
And I'm Paola Osorio.
And today we're going to discuss a bit about people with disabilities, or special abilities. I don't want to use any other term because I want to be as politically correct as possible.
Yes.
And this week our guest is Miss Eck.
Ms. Bernardina Eck from BAGPRA, from the Belize Association with people with diverse abilities.
Yes.
Sorry.
All right. So we move over to the lovely communication corner.
Hey guys, this is Crystal here in the Communications Corner, and well, I have to say I'm a little sad that this is going to be our last episode for this season. However, I have good news. We have $50 credit to give away, and that's courtesy of our game, Kahoot. Okay, so let's play. First, to play Kahoot, you have to log into the webpage at www.kahoot.it. That's KAHOOT.IT. Okay, upon entering the website, now you have to enter the PIN, and that PIN is 907765. I repeat the PIN, 907765. Okay, now you have to enter in a username, such as maybe for mine it'll be underscore KKing or something like that. So just enter a quick username. Okay, see we have 7 players so far. Okay, now you have 20 seconds each depending on the question, or you might get more seconds to answer the question. Okay, let us start. It's on stigma and discrimination. Get ready. Stigma is unfavorable beliefs and attitudes directed towards someone or something. You put a triangle for yes and a diamond for no. I repeat the question. Stigma is unfavorable beliefs and attitudes directed towards someone or something. Okay, next question. We have Burns in the lead. Okay, question 2. Discrimination is treatment of an individual or group with partiality or prejudice. Triangle for yes and diamond for no. 20 seconds. Discrimination is treatment of an individual or group with partiality or prejudice. Okay, moving on. We have Burns in the lead again. Okay, let's go to our next question. Stigma usually reflects a positive attitude. Triangle for yes and diamond for no. Again, the question is, stigma usually reflects a positive attitude. Triangle for yes and diamond for no. Okay. Moving on to our 4th question. And we have Wagwan, I believe that's how you pronounce it, in the lead right now. Okay, next. Discrimination is usually an act or behavior. Triangle for yes and diamond for no. All right. Now to our last question. And that, okay, we have Wagwan still in the lead. And our last question, that is, stigma and discrimination are usually positive attitudes, behaviors, and practices. Again, triangle for yes and diamond for no. I repeat the question. Stigma and discrimination are usually positive attitudes, behaviors, and practices. Okay, we've come to the end of our game, and we have Wagwan in the lead. Congratulations. Kindly take a picture of your winner's screen, and you can WhatsApp that to our number at 604-1911, or you can send the picture of this screenshot and to our Facebook page at BIGG CHATZ. Okay, congratulations, Wagwan. You won with 5,778 points. Congratulations, you just won yourself $50 phone credits. Okay. Okay, and with that, we like to go into our Yell and Tell video. Okay.
Good secrets, bad secrets, I know the difference. What if someone hurts me? I must yell and tell. What are bad secrets? How would I know? Things I keep to myself that make me feel low. Press that all-controlling behavior that is worrying. Bullies who are troubling, someone who is lying. Things that leave me crying and inappropriate touching. Good secrets, bad secrets, I know the difference. What if someone touches me? I must yell and tell. But what will you do if someone threatens you? Tell an adult that I trust. Can you do it? Yes, I must. Share it round through and through. Tell someone that really loves you. Be sure to spread the word and let your voice be heard. Good secrets, bad secrets, I know the difference. What if someone harms me? I must yell and tell. Good secrets are great, like surprise parties with cake. Gifts and kind favors that help friends or neighbors. Always something that makes us happy, like a party with friends and family. Good secrets, bad secrets, I know the difference. What if someone abuses me? I must yell and tell. No one should ever prey on any child today. If your intentions are wrong and you try to hold me down or fool me with lies, I've got a surprise. I will fight with all my might. I am bold and I am strong. I know bad secrets don't belong. Boys can tell, girls will yell. We know people who will help. Trusted adults, those who care. Make sure children are aware. To all the bodies out there, none of us you can get it. Here's a secret just for you, we told you in this song. We won't whisper, we will shout it, because children are so strong. Good secrets, bad secrets, we know the difference well. If you ever mess with us, we will yell and tell. Yeah, we will yell and tell. We will yell and tell. Yeah, we will yell and tell.
Welcome back to Big Chats. I have to remind you that we're live on Channel 5 and we're also live on Facebook and YouTube. You can find us on Facebook at Big Chats, that's BIGG CHATZ. And now we have our lovely guest from the Belize Assembly for Persons with Diverse Ability. Good morning. Can you please introduce yourself?
Hi guys, my name is Berndina Eck. I am the Executive Secretary for the Belize Assembly for Persons with Diverse Abilities.
All right, can you tell us a bit about BAPTA?
All right, BAPTA. Well, I have to mention that we're a grassroots organization, non-for-profit. We aim to serve people with disabilities, specifically people from age 16 and older. Our history goes way back from the year 1985 when we were first established as BAPD, which is Belize Assembly for Persons with Disabilities, and we were established under with the help of Honorable Philip Golson. He was the first Minister of Social Services at the time, and we were established for the purpose of supporting and advocating the rights of persons with disabilities.
Okay. Can you tell us more about what do you guys take as diverse abilities?
All right. Well, that entails understanding what is diverse ability or disability. A disability is basically any physical or mental condition that hinders or limits a person's activity, their movement, or their senses, you know. So whenever you fall under that criteria, we aim to serve you. Some of our services include from probably getting basic assistive devices such as canes or walkers, or even doing simple home visits and providing moral support for persons with disabilities who can't necessarily come out and access these services, or maybe even get a time to socialize.
Okay. Can you just share a bit about the vision and mission, and who are the people on your executive, and what are those criteria?
Well, our main mission is to include and empower Belizeans with disabilities. Our vision is to eventually have a Belize that is inclusive and responsive to the needs of persons with disabilities. And our mission basically aims to fulfill the Sustainable Development Goals. And that is where we strive hard each day, each week, each moment at BAPTA to work with these people and include and empower them and advocate for them. Our main focus is advocacy and maybe to make referrals.
Share a bit about your work, the work that you do.
Well, I must mention, as you mentioned, to explain about our board, we are an organization that is very unique in the sense that we have a full-fledged volunteer committee. We're directed with volunteers, like seriously volunteers, and they emphasize. And each volunteer, or most of us, have some form of disability. Our executive committee, each one of us have some form of disability, and that's what makes us unique, and that's what makes us feel at home, and that's what makes us feel that we need to work harder than ever to meet the needs of these people with disability and basically advocate for their rights.
Okay.
So with everyone in the executive and everyone being part of this organization, everyone that's in it has a disability, do you feel that you guys are almost fully accomplishing your mission, or have already, accomplished that?
I wouldn't say fully, because every day there is work to do. Yes. Every day you find a new case that somebody needs help, but we're making progress. Yes. And we've done a lot over the time that we've been working. I must admit that we became dormant between, like, sometime before 2009, and then we reestablished ourselves, and that's when we start to pick up a lot of the cases. Well, I won't say cases, just little situations that come in, because we don't really serve a clientele basis. We serve members who basically would walk in and say, you know what, I need this, would you help me, would you help me, facilitate their needs, But in terms of meeting the mission, I see we're getting headway. What we really need most to meet our mission is some funding and the human resources, people who are willing to work with us. And I've met people who genuinely have a vested interest in our organization and want to come on board with us. And again, it's due to time and their voluntary capacity. So I want to extend a sincere thank you to those people who have reached out to us.
How do you include not diversity, sorry, wrong word. How do you include leadership? Do you do leadership trainings for young people? Because I know on the National Youth Council I have 2 young persons with diverse abilities.
All right.
One in Cayo and another one in Corozal, I believe. Okay. So I know that diverse abilities does not exclude you from leadership positions. So how do you guys help young people with diverse abilities at CHATZ?
Well, we help in terms of doing our own counseling. I won't say our own counseling, but we try to give that moral support, encouragement, because we do find that a lot of young people are coming in for our services and wanting our assistance. And like just the other day, I think it was if not last week, the week before, we had a special training, not necessarily for people with disabilities, but they were invited, but it was a training for caregivers, whereby we help caregivers to help people. There's an appropriate way to do everything. In terms of the physical way. If you have a person that has a disability that needs constant lifting, or that is bedridden or wheelchair ridden or something, we allow caretakers to learn the proper way of lifting, the proper way of grooming, hygiene, taking care of those people in terms of maybe wound care, proper way of taking care of bed sores. And in that training, we also allow those caretakers to train the person with the disability. So it's a form of empowerment that transcends to the person with disability.
Yeah. So there's that pass on.
Yes.
So I know this job must not be easy. I know you stressed the concept of volunteerism, but what are some of the challenges you guys face?
Let me be polite about it. The challenges are mainly human resources, time, and funding. And then there's the transportation that our organization needs, not only to access the people we want to reach, but it's the people coming into us, wanting to access our services. We have a challenge with that. The way how it's set up, that we are currently housed at the Mental Health Resource Center at the corner of Vernon and Tibrew Street, in the heart, well, I would say the heart of the South Side. We try to make it accessible, but we still find challenges. Some of the roadways, Belize City Road, it's not very accessible. But we've been working with the Belize City Council, and they've helped us a lot. I have to commend Mayor Bradley with his impact of, helping us in terms of a lot of things, in making our parks more accessible, some of our streets more accessible, and he's basically come on board with our Disability Week that is coming up as well. So.
Oh, nice. Tell us a bit about your Disability Week.
Our Disability Week, excitement.
Yeah.
Okay, we have a full week of activities specifically for promoting the rights and the awareness about people with disabilities. It starts on November 27th. I believe that's a Sunday.
Yes, it is.
It starts with a church service specifically for persons with disabilities. Not only persons with disabilities attend the church, but praying for persons with disabilities.
Yes.
At the St. John's Cathedral. And then the Monday we have some supporting organizations appearing on different media houses, and they're going to promote their different agencies and what they do in regards to people with disabilities. On the Tuesday, I believe we had something scheduled, but we had to cancel it off. And on Wednesday is the big shindig at the Memorial Park. This is in awareness for the International Disability Day. It's actually the 3rd of December that it's the big International Disability Day, but we recognize it on the Wednesday to have everybody in the public more aware and to be able to broadcast it on the news and to have the schools involved. And it starts at the Memorial Park, as I mentioned. It's the whole rally whereby we have guest speakers, different schools participating, and then we have entertainment by various artists and, you know, kids doing their little school skits and so forth. And then it ends up at the Memorial Park, whereby we parade through the streets over Swing Bridge and end up at the Battlefield Park, whereby at the Battlefield Park, BAPTA will be launching its disability ID. It's a soft launch, nothing big, but it's just to promote our ID that we want our members to have. And the mayor will be there as well. And after that, there will be different booths with the supporting agencies promoting what they do as services for people with disabilities.
Okay. Wow.
Okay, so you mentioned that human resources is something tight when it comes to working with this. But how is it that you guys continue advocating and advertising and just promoting human rights for people with diverse abilities?
How? That's a good question because honestly, everybody on the board has their daily 9-to-5 job that they go to, and we as BAPTA operate 2 days a week only, Tuesdays and Thursdays, and we make time. Sometimes we work on Saturdays, sometimes we work on Sundays, sometimes we do home visits after work hours. During our work time, we make a little phone call. Oh, does this client need something? We hurry make a phone call. You know, get the resources, get the ship sailing still while grinding under the bottom. You know, so it's a hard task. We need more people. If you guys have any volunteers, you're people that are young and very dynamic. So maybe you could come in and help us.
I have no problem
Donate your time.
Actually, what I'm going to, and this is probably a bit tangent, I'm going to say that I invite you to fill out the form to join the General Assembly of the National Youth Council. I'm the acting president, so I invite you to do that.
Okay.
And I'll be sure to get back to you and communicate to you.
Yeah.
Back to our conversation now. How many members do you guys have?
We have at the moment at least 450 to 500, give or take. And that's not only within Belize, it is throughout Belize.
Huge.
It's huge. It's a large population that we serve, but there are members that come in and sign up as members, but they're not necessarily active.
Okay.
And for our members, we hold a monthly members meeting, whereby we meet every second Tuesday of the month, no matter if that the 13th or whatever, it's always a second Tuesday.
Always, okay.
Always a second Tuesday at the same time, 2:00 p.m. at the Mental Health Resource Center. So if you guys want, you could stop by and could give you some
so it's open
insight.
to
It's open to anybody.
Okay.
Once you have a vested interest in persons with diverse abilities, any members meeting you attend, you will be imparted with some kind of knowledge. Like last week we had our lovely meeting and we did the Zika presentation that everybody was so interested in. And Dr. Andre Castillo came in and spoke to us about Zika. He broke it down very clearly for us, and it was very interesting, and he didn't even need to adapt the information to people with disabilities. We just needed that information and we went home with some knowledge.
Okay, so talking about other issues, how do you guys tie in, you know, we at YAM and BFA, we discuss sexual and reproductive health, so how do you guys impart knowledge about SRH to people with diverse abilities?
All right. We basically, again, we go out and we spread the word about the fact that people with disabilities are not really much different from people without disabilities in regards to sexual health. The same way you and I would have sexual feelings, the same way they would want to have sexual feelings, people with disabilities. the challenge is with that is that the information needed to be disseminated to people with disabilities in regarding their sexual health isn't necessarily adapted to those people with disabilities. Maybe the information could be set in Braille for people who are blind that would need to get access to these information. Yes. Maybe they need to be aired on the TV, the commercials that we do from Ministry of Health or something, needs to be sign language with sub-captions so that people could read. And then maybe we could just have health workers going into homes and seeking these people with disabilities who can't necessarily come out and access those services and educate not only the person with disability but also the caretaker and the entire family and how to work with their individual in the home with disability.
Okay. So well, you mentioned you guys have a very large population. It's a very large population that you cater for, and personally, I would think that that's a huge achievement on BAPTA's part because you're able to reach out to so many people. But other than that, what would you feel are other achievements that BAPTA has accomplished?
Well, as I say, we've been doing a lot of work behind the scenes. We've had several meetings with key stakeholders as of recently. We met with the First Lady, Mrs. Barrow, who jumped on board with our disability ID idea, and she said that she would help get us more printed for more members. Also with Mayor Bradley, he also said that he would endorse our idea, and he would even go probably as far as to reach out to some of the businesses for us, so that when people use their ID, maybe they could get a little discount at the various stores. With that ID, maybe they could access healthcare faster. Not like you see when you go in the line and then at the credit union, they have a special line for senior citizens. Maybe or people with disability could go in that line as well and get service faster. Yeah, and at the hospitals as well.
Oh, nice. Okay, that's wonderful. Well, any final comments, Mom?
I just wanted to show off our little disability card. This is my one.
Okay.
This is what we each one of our members is supposed to get.
Camera. I need to put it there. This is really nice.
Yes. We want to get more done, and we need the funding and people to actually come on board to actually, when we use that card, we get recognized and we get accommodated, because it's not only within the stores and to get discount. We want better seatings on the bus. People with disability need the front seat.
Yes.
And if we could get facilitation with that, it would be lovely.
It would. I'm really excited. I'm just really excited about the entire. I don't know how I did not know about BAPTA. I don't know how I didn't know.
The thing is, we're growing. We're already big already.
Yes,
but our governance and the people who work for BAPTA, our board, we just changed. It's a year. Probably the 24th of this month would make a year that the new board started, and we're trying to execute different projects. But what we really need to do to make BAPTA something bigger is to nationalize the Convention of the Rights of Persons with Disability.
Yes.
We already have the laws in Belize set in place for that.
Yes.
We just need to enforce it in terms of people with disabilities, and that's where the Sustainable Development Goals comes in.
Yes.
And we just to insert ourselves in those different laws. I mean, the traffic laws, the health laws, everything, family law.
In every aspect, because you are humans and you deserve the respect.
Across the board, yes.
Across the board, just like everybody else.
I always say that disability, illness, anything that makes you stand out does not make you any less of a person.
Yes, exactly. And any minute somebody could become a person with disability. Like we could try go down the stairs right now and slip, break or something and become an amputee. God forbid, and we have to become a person with disability.
Exactly. So it's good.
It doesn't discriminate, and we shouldn't discriminate.
Exactly. Do you guys work along with any other organizations that would maybe that would cater to other specific disabilities, or is it just across the board that BAPTA works with?
We work with anybody who's willing to help us.
Okay.
We work with NARCE, Stella Maris. We work with Human Development. We make referrals. We work with NEMO.
Okay.
We work, especially with NEMO, when this disaster recently hit us, we had to go out and find some of our people with disabilities who couldn't have necessarily evacuated. And that's where NEMO played a vital part in terms of getting people out and providing recovery and assistance for those people. So, yes.
So BAPTA was there every step of the way.
Yeah, for the ones that we could have helped, yes.
Okay.
And we work with a lot of people. We work with the Inspiration Center, which I so happen to be the social worker of. So sometimes I feel that I can't do my job at Inspiration Center without having BAPTA involved.
Hand in hand.
Hand in hand, definitely.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much for coming. I was informed a lot.
Okay.
I'm really looking forward to working with you guys and the council at YAM in every capacity that I hold. So thank you so much for coming.
I could get that form right now and sign on to it.
All right.
Because we need the youth support. The youth are a vital part of our country, and we have I know of several youth who aren't members of BAPTA who could become members and make significant changes with us.
Right. Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you guys
It was
too.
very informative. I think both of us learned a lot today here. It was
Well, we go over to the communication corner for some quick updates from Crystal.
We have our first giveaway, and that is 2 barbecue from Tony's Barbecue. And the first question is, what is BAPTA and when were they established? You can text in your answer to our number at 604-1911, and please include your first and last name in the text as well. I repeat the question, what is BAPTA and when were they established? Okay, and now while we wait for our winner, we can go to our next video, and that is Yell and Tell Boys.
One day I was out playing with my friend Kevin, and he was really moody, kinda sad and angry at the same time. I asked him what was the matter. Someone in his family had been doing mean things to him. He said he had to keep it a secret. So I asked Kevin, is it a good secret or a bad secret? He said he didn't know. I explained good secrets are cool things like a surprise party or a gift for a special occasion. A bad secret is when someone hurts or harms you and tells you not to tell anyone. Sometimes they might give you little things to make sure you don't tell. That's another bad secret to keep. That's mean and controlling. Kevin said it definitely fell into the bad secret category. I felt this was something an adult should help with. Because as a child, when someone hurts you, you can feel really alone and afraid. And the best people to help you are the ones you love and really, really trust. I asked him if there was any adult that he trusted. So we worked up a little plan for Kevin to talk to one of them. A while after that, I could see my friend was doing much better. Now we tell all our pals about good secrets and bad secrets so that we can all feel brave, safe, and strong. Break the silence. Child abuse is one secret you should never keep.
And welcome back. I have to say that the last conversation for me was very inspiring, very educational. I really am excited to work with BAPTA after all of this is done. I'm sure the audience learned a lot too.
Yes.
So we have this segment now. And this segment, we're getting to know the host of Big Chat Season 11. So we're just going to have a conversation. We're not hosts, we're friends here. So we're just going to talk. So I'll have Courtney introduce herself, like how she's just joining the set. So go ahead.
Okay, hi, good morning guys. I'm Courtney Duran, and I've been a host and co-host for Big Chats for the past 2 to 3 years. And about me, I'm currently a student nurse. I'm a practical student nurse. I'm about to graduate in January and then hopefully pass my license exam and start helping people and do what I love.
Okay, that's nice.
So what do you do? Tell me about yourself, Paula.
Where to start?
Feel free.
Where to start?
Splurge.
Obviously, I'm a part of YAM. I'm part of BFLA. I've known about BFLA ever since I was like 10 or 11 years old. As soon as at that time, I think it was 13 that you had to become, 13 years to become a member. So ever since I was like 13, I've been in YAM. On and off, right? But always there, whenever I get called, you know, we're gonna have this, can you come and help? definitely. I always try to be there. So that's one aspect of what I do. I'm in school at the moment, but before I get to that part, let me just say that with Miss Eck today, it was very informative and it was very personal to me because I've worked along with people of a specific disability, not physical, let me just say. I've worked along with mental health. Mental health is one of my great two passions. When it comes to youth advocacy and youth empowerment, that's one of them. Mental health is the other. So I worked along with that for, I guess, almost the same amount of time that I've been in YAM, because I feel that both of them kind of go together. Mental health is one, and youth empowerment, SNRH information is you know, everything I think goes hand in hand, you know. So, but definitely mental health is one of my biggest focuses. I'm actually the secretary of our mental health group in Orange Rock. And, you know, twice a month we try to have our meetings with the members or the patients. Oh, and another thing, just in the case of BAPTA, our executive and our entire, the entire group is made out of of people that have a mental disability, yes. Sometimes it's not necessarily that you have a very disabling mental illness, but sometimes you use the mental health services, just in the case that somebody that's not part of the YAM group per se, they can still come and they can still become a part of it. That's kind of how we function as well. Recently, actually, I'm very proud to say that Belize became part of the it was a Central American Congress on Mental Health and Human Rights. Last year, this network started with the countries of El Salvador, Panama, Nicaragua, and Costa Rica. This year, Belize became part of it, so that's something that's definitely a huge milestone for us and definitely for the country as well.
So you're a woman who wears a lot of hats.
I'm a woman that wears a lot of hats. And when I mentioned school, I'm actually studying psychology and sociology because, as I said, youth advocacy, youth empowerment is something that I'm definitely all for, and mental health. So sociology would tie into youth, and then the psychology would be more to that mental health aspect that I work along with. And I mean, I'm working on that, on becoming a clinical psychologist to work along with this. So definitely, and even at my my school, sorry, I'm actually part of this club called Bionic. So big up to Bionic.
Yeah, I know Bionic won.
Bionic just won Youth Awards.
The Youth Award for Youth Club. So congratulations.
Thank you. That was another big milestone for us. So then again, that's peer counseling. That's you can even get to, like, we learn about different listening skills, communication. So
nice.
And
definitely. And you, Dominique.
You're the topic all over the news lately.
I wouldn't say that, man. Don't say it like that. So my name is Dominique Norales, as we all know. And I'm a YAM member before I'm anything else. And I've been a part of YAM since 2012, straight after the ambassador program. And then I'm on the National Youth Council of Belize. And with recent events, I am now the acting president of the National Youth Council. So that's a new experience for me, because honestly, I don't like to be the face of things, which is what is happening now. Yes. So I'm trying to learn how to maneuver in that environment. I was actually just hiding from the media yesterday, but Krem caught me, so I had to oblige and answer the questions. What else about me? I play steel pan, the Pandemonium. I'm one of the section leaders there since the program started, because it's a natural program that deals with at-risk youth. So if you're from a certain area, if you have certain criteria, then you're automatically welcomed into steel, and there's no cost to join. You just beat a pan, not a man. So that's our theme. So I'm on the board of NAC 2 for youth and children in the IEC subcommittee. So I too have a lot on my plate, but the National Youth Council takes the cake right now.
And congratulations.
Thank you. I'm very wary of taking those congratulations, but but thank you very much.
And
I think all of us, I think all of us actually have something to show in that, we're working hard for what we want to, and that's something that.
We're all young women.
And we're all young
girl
women.
Power.
So,
yes.
Girl power definitely. And I think it's maybe we're here right now and we're the ones being shown, but to all those youth, to all young members, to all those in their school clubs who, actually go the extra mile for youth empowerment, to all those that actually, they're actually fighting for us young people. I think that's,
that's great work.
That's wonderful.
You could be doing something else.
Yes.
Again, we're YAM members, and there's a lot of talents in our YAM as well. So we'd like to find out about Crystal. So Crystal, tell us about you.
Okay, before I get to the whole long story about who is Crystal, let me give away the person who won our first prize of 2 barbecue from Tony's Barbecue, and that is Ariel Reyes. Congratulations. You can pick up your prize at 2621 Mercy Lane during normal working hours between the days of Monday to Friday. And please bring along an identification card when you come to claim your prize. Again, Ariel Reyes, congratulations. Okay, and well, let's see, who is Crystal really? Well, I'm pursuing my associate's degree in environmental science. I'm hoping to become a marine biologist one day, hopefully, maybe. But I've been a part of YAM since 2012. I was recruited when I first joined the peer educators program at my old high school, Edward P. York High School. Of course, big up to EPR, sick one, of course. But since then, I've been a part of YAM, and I've worked on Big Chat since 2013, I believe. So I was there through the whole process. I was there just right before as we got from the whole radio into TV. So I worked backstage, then I came on as Communications Corner. I have to say I'm really comfortable here in the Communications Corner. I know our new producer, Ms. Charmaine, is trying to get me out, but I'm comfortable here. Maybe one of these seasons I'll be as host, but for now I'm good here. But other than that, I have to say that being a part of YAM really opened me to new opportunities. Like Dominique, I've been exposed to different opportunities. I've been with the Youth Ambassadors program back in 2012, where we went on what would you call that?
Cultural experience.
Yes, a cultural experience, really. And so I just like to say that for anyone who is interested in taking part in your community, getting out there, getting your voice heard, and experiencing new things, that YAM is definitely one place that you can come and you'll be able to experience that and expand your whole, build your resume also, because mine is looking really good.
I know that to be especially true. Coming to YAM first, I was shy, and then you grow and then you get opportunities, and then you're challenged, but you're also challenged to be yourself. You don't have to come here and try to act like somebody that you're not. And that opportunity really gives you the space to grow. Because I would have never, ever, ever dreamt of joining the Belize District Youth Council as Vice President, the National Youth Council as first Vice President. I wouldn't have been able to travel to Belgium last week and really just show the world, because we had people from all across the world, and put Belize on the map, because some people didn't even know what Belize was. So, and that was really, I had to educate them and tell them. So, if you're a young person and you feel that you're shy and your confidence is not as high, please feel free, walk into YAM. We have branches in Crooked Tree, we have a branch in Orange Walk, we have in Dangriga, we have one here, and just please feel free to just join because
I'm hoping to expand because there's some youths in Belmopan as well that keep asking when will we branch off to Belmopan and Cayo. So hopefully soon.
Yeah,
hopefully soon.
all right.
The plan
Oh, and sorry. Also, if you want to join YAM, we have meeting every Friday at 5 p.m. unless unannounced that we won't have meeting. Then, other than that, we're here. We're welcoming you. So please join.
Okay. And now that was a nice session of learning about the lovely young women on the set of Big Chats, and now we move into rocking fashions.
Welcome to Rocking Fashions. I'm your host, Kersha Singh, and we're here at LA Fashions Boutique. Our topic for today is clothing to fit your body type. Our special guest for today is Miss Charlene Bruce, and we're here at LA Fashions Boutique. Welcome, Miss Charlene Bruce, and tell us a little bit about yourself.
Like you said, my name is Charlene Bruce, owner of LA Fashions Boutique, conveniently located at number 128 New Road, and also LA Fashions Boutique 2 in Belmopan Capital Garden Plaza.
What is your recommendation for a woman with curves?
We have here at LA Fashions Boutique, we have a wide variety of trendy, affordable fashions. We love dressing curvy women. We love when our customers come and leave confident knowing that when they step out, they will look good. For the curvy woman, I would recommend Fit and Flare. You have most curvy women have bigger busts, they have big hips, and they have a little tummy that, like myself, that we would like to hide. I'm wearing a Fit and Flare dress. It's fitted in the top and it flares, so it hides your stomach, it hides your hips, it hides the butt. You want to accentuate the best features of your body, but basically I would say whatever you feel confident in wearing, go for it.
What would you recommend for those with different body shapes like hourglass?
For an hourglass figure, the best suited attire would be belted outfits. Whenever you accentuate the smallest part of your body, because you know hourglass is like a Coca-Cola bottle shape, so you accentuate the smallest part of your body, which is your waist. So crop tops, belted dresses, high waistbands, A-line skirts, any of those things are very suitable for females with hourglass shapes.
How about the apple shape?
For women with apple shapes, we recommend minimizing the midsection and more showcasing your shoulders and your legs.
And the pear?
For pear shape, that's similar to the hourglass shape. You know, like I said, you accentuate the smaller parts of your body. So again, a belt, Fit and Flare for women with pear shapes.
So Ms. Charlene, what's trending right now at LA Fashions Boutique?
At LA Fashions Boutique, we have a wide variety of fashions, but what's leading the scenes right now is the off-shoulder. We don't have seasons like in America, but we get our clothing from America. So the season that's coming now is winter, so it's going to be darker colors, it's going to be blacks, grays, greens, burgundies. Those are the colors that are popular. We have a wide variety of rompers. You have lace that's popular, leather is still popular, high waist still popular, skinny jeans, destroyed jeans. But the main thing right now is off shoulder in everything for curvy and average sized women.
Great. How would you describe to my peers the outfit that I'm wearing today?
You're wearing a ribbed midi dress. It's a long sleeve dress with a high split in the front. These dresses are very popular right now. They come in off shoulders, they come in one sleeve, they come in a little shorter with the zip in the front that can be worn both ways, with the zip in the front or the zip in the back, different lengths, different colors, different styles for, again, plus curvy women and average sized women. You're wearing with a newspaper print pointed toe mid pumps. Mid simply means it's not too high, not too low. Something elegant, sexy yet sophisticated. Sometimes that's what we need, to keep it simple yet elegant.
Thanks to Ms. Charlene and her team for accommodating us today, and thank you for taking the time out to talk to us about fashion.
You're welcome. It was my pleasure having you here at LA Fashions Boutique again, conveniently located at number 128 New Road, telephone 223-0781, and we also have a branch in Belmopan. LA Fashions Boutique 2, Capital Garden Plaza, Unit 1, telephone 822-1338. LA Fashions Boutique, where you come for the fashions and fall head over fabulous heels in love with the prices. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. That's it for this segment of Rocking Fashions.
All right, and thank you, Crystal, for that. So right now we're gonna have my changing bodies. What's the deal?
So what's the deal with that?
My changing body?
No, my changing body.
What's up with all these changes in my body? Is this normal?
Puberty can be exciting, but it also can be scary. You may have all kinds of feelings as your body changes, and you may have lots of questions. But remember, it's normal, and everyone goes through it. So don't be embarrassed to talk about it with your parents, older siblings, or friends. You may be surprised to find out that they have many of the same thoughts and questions as you do.
So what's the deal with that?
My changing body?
No, my changing body.
Yeah, so what I deal with that?
No, for real. What did I deal with that?
Accidents happen. Even I make mistakes. Like that time I accidentally stumbled into that den of bears and had to wrestle my way out. That brings me to the morning after pill, aka Plan B, aka, oh f***, the condom broke. Some of you out there might be wondering how it works. The truth is, the morning after pill is a stupid name for it. First, she doesn't have to wait till the morning after to take it. Second, because emergency contraception can work up to 5 days after a scare. And yes, you can get your hands on the pill. Anyone can, dude or lady, can buy it at their local drugstore without a prescription. Wondering how it works? Exactly the same way as the pill. Sperm can survive for up to 5 days in a woman's reproductive tract. Emergency contraception keeps her eggs from being released while your sperm's still tooling around in there. The bad news? It's not as effective as the pill, because it's taken after the act. But it's a hell of a lot better than nothing. Like a lot better. What's this called, paintball? All right.
Big CHATZ, great vision, greater action. By youths, for youths, building our nation. Coming to you live, bringing you facts. Youths on the movement, called it Big CHATZ. Great vision, greater action. By youths, for youths, building our nation. Coming to you live, bringing you facts. Youths on the movement, called it Big CHATZ. That's right.
That was my changing body, what's the deal, and also bedsider for this week. Okay, I have our important points to remember. On this episode of Big CHATZ, we learned that 1. The Belize Assembly for Persons with Diverse Abilities, or BAPTA, is a grassroots non-for-profit organization that was established in 2009. Their historical roots reach to 1985 and earlier, when Belizeans with diverse abilities began to organize to ensure that protection of their rights and service provision, strengthening governmental and independent efforts. And 2, BAPTA's mission is to seek community inclusion through advocacy, participation, outreach, and public awareness to empower persons with diverse abilities to lead a full life. On this show, we could improve the quality of life for a young person if we give them the right information and if we provide them with supporting environment in which they could talk to others about what they are going through. Some resources are available at the Belize Family Life Association. They provide life skills, personal development programs, and opportunities to ensure that young people develop into productive and responsible adults. Join the youth advocacy movement today by visiting a BFLA center near you. And remember that you could keep on learning about sexual health topics through the Chit-Chat Help Teen Helpline service by simply texting the word Safe Text to 604-1911 to get weekly tips, or text the word chat to ask a question. The service is anonymous, private, confidential, and accessible with their SMS bundles. And with that, I would like to say thank you all for, supporting the Communications Corner, for all those who texted in through this service, and all our winners through this season. And to my mom who is tuned in at home, hi mom, I hope you already started cooking because I'm really hungry. So back to you guys. Oh, and to also all those who are interested in joining the youth advocacy movement, we have our weekly meetings every Friday at 5, and we have a bus service that drops you guys home right after meeting is finished. So back to you guys.
All right, thank you, Crystal. So now, as you can see, we have some lovely faces joining us. I just want you guys to say your name really quickly, and then we wrap up. So we start from this end.
Alright, my name is Anthony.
My name is Kiel Mackenzie.
My name is Kersha Singh.
Tiana Calvert. And these are our youngest and our brightest stars in the youth advocacy movement right now. They're leading and taking charge of the youth advocacy movement. So to wrap up, I have a couple of reminders because Crystal did a really good job at wrapping up. So on the 25th of November, NAC is having a Unite for the Children benefit concert, steel pan concert. So we have Panerifics, we have Pan Tempters, we have Pandemonium, which I play in, so you can come and see me. The general admission is $30 and it's at the House of Culture. Then tomorrow in Dangriga, the YAM is having their team relay. It starts at 7 a.m. at the main bridge. So if you're in Dangriga tomorrow, please feel free to go and support all the athletes. It has been a good run this season. I really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed my 2 shows that I did. 2 or 3 shows. So anybody want to share, the host want to share some experience? Because I know you host, I hosted with you my first.
Yeah, it was good. This season was good. It was fresh. The background, the new station,
yes,
everything was just awesome.
New.
And we've come a long way, and we have a long way to go. So this is only the beginning, and it's our season finale until next year.
Yeah.
When we come back with hopefully new stuff and a better atmosphere and vibes.
Yes, as always. So I want to also, of course, thank Channel 5 for their lovely work. I know that this year we look better. We're big, and I want to thank our producer, Ms. Charmaine Garcia, for everything, and everybody who worked in the background. Yeah. I really appreciated your help, because this was new for me. This was a new thing. Definitely. Off the bucket list. I hosted a show. So of course, Ms. Sheena, gentle, thank you so much for everything. So that's it for me. That's my last word. So anybody else want to say anything quickly?
For me, this was definitely something that is a new experience, something that, you know, once again YAM has opened the doors for more people, and, you know, with the show, hopefully we target more people, and hopefully more young people start coming to YAM, start coming to be affiliated, become a part of this, and definitely a big experience for me. Again, I hosted a TV show. Thank you, Dominique. It was definitely a wonderful experience, and you know, what else to say other than hope you guys tune in next year.
So, sorry. And Miss Mel, and Miss Anna. The entire staff of BFLA, thank you so much.
Yes, thank you. And to our viewers.
And our viewers, of course, we wouldn't be what we are without you guys. So thank you so much for that. And yes, everybody who played a role in the production of Big Chat Season 11, thank you so much. We appreciate it. So with that, I'm signing off. My name is Dominique Norales, and we have Miss Courtney Duran and Paola Osario. Thank you so much. And everybody else, so bye. Thank you for tuning in. See you next season.
Great vision, greater action. By youths, for youths, building our nation. Coming to you live, bringing you facts. Youths on the movement, called it Big CHATZ. Great vision, greater action. By youths, for youths, building our nation. Coming to you live, bringing you facts. Youths on the movement, called it Big CHATZ. Great vision, greater action. By youths, for youths, building our nation. Coming to you live, bringing you facts. Youths on the movement, called it Big CHATZ. Great vision, greater action. By youths, for youths, building our nation. Coming to you live, bringing you facts. Youths on the movement, called it Big CHATZ. That's right, we back on the movement. Fresh new season, fresh new blueprint. Talking about issues facing our youth, inspiring the nation, delivering